talk about Jamal Bowman pulling the fire alarm. Capitol Police are questioning him right now because it's on video. He violated the exact same law that January 6th defendants are being prosecuted for every single day. He violated the exact same law, interrupting an official proceeding. And by pulling a fire alarm, it's on video, and the Capitol Police have the information.
Did you see?
This is outrageous. They have it on video.
Have you seen the video?
I haven't seen the video yet, but I'm going to be demanding it. I'm demanding that the Department of Justice prosecute him the same way they've prosecuted January 6th defendants.
Yes, January 6th, notoriously triggered by a fire alarm in not the Capitol building. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that truly was, yes, the cop who was, beaten by a Blue Lives Matter flag. But no. It was apparently an emergency exit that went off. But okay, so what actually happened? So Representative Jamal Bowman, he explains. He was in the Cannon building trying to get to the Capitol to vote. And he says that he basically, in order to expedite getting out there, went through an emergency exit, thought that actually touching the fire alarm might open it. And I'll tell you why he might be right. But here was his statement. He said, I want to personally clear up confusion surrounding today's events. Today, as I was rushing to make a vote, came to a door that's usually open for votes, but today would not open. I'm embarrassed to admit I activated the fire alarm, mistakenly thinking it would open the door. I regret this and sincerely apologize for any confusion, but it was not me trying to delay any vote. It was the exact opposite. I was trying to urgently get to the vote, which I ultimately did and joined my colleagues in a bipartisan effort to keep our government open. So he's obviously meeting with the proper authorities. Again, he was in a different building. Yes, that building was momentarily evacuated, but nobody on the floor was evacuated. So nowhere where the actual votes were going down, that was undisturbed. But of course the right is like, no, he did it. Oh my God. And even I feel like just Ray, like the initial, like Jamal Bowman is very much like he is an offensive representative. He'll get into shouting matches. It's great. I love him. And so there was a part of my brain that was like, wait a minute, did he? Because that would be bad, No, he didn't. Here's the door he went through though. And this is like a fun sign. That's one of those like parking signs where you're like, wait a minute, can I park here or not? It says emergency exit only, push until alarm sounds 3 seconds. Door will unlock in 30 seconds. Very confusing. Will the alarm sound? Won't it? Is this good? Is this bad? It's kind of an easy mistake. Again, not even in the Capitol building, but this was a fun little like hot goss in the middle, like just like kind of a GOP chew toy in the middle of like them completely abdicating their responsibilities as elected representatives.
The reasoning that they were giving behind Jamal Bowman doing this is crazy. He voted in favor of it. He voted to pass it. Why would he need to delay it? Which is what I don't get. Also, confession, I have pushed one of those emergency doors before, not in any building around the Capitol, but because I was also confused by that sign. I will say there is an aspect of the story that I think is really negative, is that Politico published this with no firsthand knowledge of it, without viewing the video. They published a story saying that he did this to delay the vote, that he pulled the fire alarm, which he didn't pull anything. He pushed a door. They published that with their only source being a Republican operative. They put it out there way too early, and they helped push this narrative. Not just Politico, but other, typically reputable news sources push this story forward, absence of any evidence, and before they received comment from Jamal Bowman, who makes a perfectly reasonable point, especially considering that door is typically unlocked.
Right.
They can usually use that door. He was just confused.
He was trying to get to vote. And the other thing to note is like, there were delays, but like, the minority speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries, was participating in one of those delays. And the reason there were delays, deliberate delays, Hakeem Jeffries spoke for about 50 minutes. It's some sort of like last minute filibuster thing that he can do, is because they were trying to read the text of the resolution that was given to them with only an hour to prep. So like I was digging into this and it's like, yeah, Hakeem Jeffries did that. Jamal Bowman doesn't have the authority to delay anything, and especially not in a separate building. You know when you trigger a fire alarm and then the next door building has to evacuate? No, that never happens. But you're totally right. If you look this story up, it is nothing but he pulled, like he did it on purpose versus he triggered it accidentally, like they need to correct it because as it stands, it's like, a cantankerous progressive happens to be a black man, pulls fire alarm to destroy Congress. Like, it's just sick and such a distraction.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.